Hey everybody, Jeremy here. Welcome to Action Figure Window Shopping episode 44. So before we get started with this week's episode, I do want to say thank you to everyone who checked out Action Figure Window Shopping episode 43, because for some reason, it's been the most viewed episode of Action Figure Window Shopping to date. Almost 1,000 views on that, and I have no idea how that happened, but regardless, if you checked it out, thank you very much for looking at that video. I really do appreciate it. All right, so with that being said, let's take a look at this week's findings. Got quite a few figures to go over, starting with McFarlane Toys in their brand new wave of page punchers, the 7-inch page punchers based on the Flash comic book. They are available for pre-order right now, and I've got a little bit to say about these. Now, first, let's take a look at these figures. First one that we're going to get here is a Flash. Kind of looks like if Flash and maybe a Power Ranger or some type of anime just got together and just made their own version of the Flash. It would kind of look like this. It's a pretty neat design. Cool looking comic book art too. I really do like the cover there. And just like with all the other page punchers, you know, they are going to come with comic books. And so we're going to get him. And then another figure in this wave is going to be the Atom. All right, so here's the Atom. Next figure, we're going to get Heatwave. We are also going to get Captain Cold. And this guy is not a part of the wave, but we'll come back to him. Now, here is the latest figure that was announced. Now, this is Gorilla Grodd from that exact same wave. So as far as the wave is concerned, I do think that it's cool to get all these Flash characters as a part of this wave. But I gotta say, if I'm being honest, one thing that kind of stands out from all of these figures to me, and it's not a good thing, unfortunately. I've been seeing this more frequently. Hope it's not indicative of anything, but it's paint. There is a shockingly small amount of painted detail on these figures that I'm noticing. Notice how just on this Flash, we just kind of get just boring flat red. There's no painted detail on the boots. There's no painted detail anywhere. The only thing that breaks up the red are like these little brown armor highlighted pieces, but that's pretty much it. And then it just kind of carries over into these other characters. So look at the Atom here. You know, look at this upper part, this chest armor. I'm going to call it chest armor. It's just a regular flat blue. There's nothing there. He's got the same kind of red going on as the Flash. No details on the arms, no painted details on the helmet besides the Atom symbol. And then look at Heatwave. Same thing. We're getting very plain looking armor with no other painted detail in there. We skip past well, Superman is right there, but we'll skip past him in a minute. Now we have Captain Cold. Now he looks a little bit better, I think, because he just has more going on with his costume in general. But still, you know, I'm looking at the cape. I'm looking at how that goes across. You know, I think that you can get away with this figure a little bit more. But then when you switch over to Gorilla Grodd and you look at his armor, and it's just that plain, almost deep macaroni and cheese orange, and you can see the sculpted detail in there, but there's no painted detail in there, and it's really quite concerning, because we know that McFarlane Toys can make a fantastic gorilla character with armor that looks great. Just look at Cygor. The mega fig of Cygor is a really amazing figure. There's painted detail everywhere, even on his armor. But on Gorilla Grodd, this doesn't look too good. I'm almost feeling like I want to take that off, because the rest of him looks okay. But this line here, I gotta say, I'm not really feeling. And it's not just because, you know, I'm not a huge Flash guy, so, you know, yeah, it doesn't really care too much about that, but I'm just not liking the lack of painted detail on these figures here. But let me know what you think. Let me know how you feel about this new wave of page punchers. I just feel like McFarlane could have done better with those, because when you don't add that painted detail, when you know that you can, like a black wash or something, to me, it just makes it look cheap. Okay, rant over. Now, I went past this Superman a couple of times, but let's take a look at him. So here's the Hush or Batman Hush Superman, also available for pre-order exclusively at the McFarlane Toy Store, which, by the way, McFarlane Toy Store may have higher shipping, but if you can get a bundle along with the promo code, then that tends to take away the sting of having to pay that extra shipping. You might even save a little bit, maybe even a little bit, than if you were to go with retail, but it depends on you getting bundles. So this Superman, you can see he's got some pretty big side eye going on. So we haven't gotten rid of that yet. And for some reason, I don't know why, I haven't read the comment. He's covered in like seagrass or whatever. But that face looks really awesome. You know, he is super angry. He's got that red highlight around the eyes. I think that is just great. I love the way that looks. And I also like the fact that on the card that they're going to include with this figure, it is some actual artwork and not just a picture of the figure in general. So this is definitely one of the strangest accessories I've ever seen for a figure, but this Superman does look great, and I love the way that his hair is kind of messed up. Rest of him looks pretty standard for a Superman. You can't really do too much different with that, but yeah, he looks great. And I just, as far as consistency goes, I think McFarlane usually does a really nice job with the Superman figures. And then finally announced, I believe today, is a new wave. So there's another wave, the Speed Metal Build-A-Wave, and this is the first figure, Jay Garrett, from the Speed Metal Build-A-Wave. So we're going Flash heavy here. You know, we got the Flash and Cygor, or not Cygor, but Gorilla Grodd, and we have those characters, and now we have Speed Metal. So I'm thinking as part of this wave, we're just going to get a bunch of flashes for this particular one, and it's a Build-A-Wave, and we don't know exactly what that build-a whatever is going to be. But if I had my guess, I'm thinking maybe Mobius chair. It'll be a little bit different. It's not a figure, but hey, you can use it with all your figures. Build a Mobius chair, why not? But this is how he looks. Looks pretty decent. We just got that really close-up photo of him. Looking forward to seeing what the other figures are going to be like in this line. But if you were really wanting to build out a Flash collection, now is the time. McFarlane seems to be going heavy with the Flash. All right, let's move along from McFarlane Toys, and let's take a look at what's happening at Target. So in case you didn't know, Target has something going on called the Fall Geek Out, part of the Collector Spot program, where every week on Friday, they announce a new set of collectibles from different companies that you can go pick up. I know that they have some displays in store where you can pick up some of these figures, but if you don't want to deal with that, you can try your luck online. Saw that last week we had some McFarlane Toys stuff from Batman the Animated Series in the 1966 television show, but this week is all about NECA, September the 2nd. Now, what could we get from there? Well, check it out. We have lots of cool things to show here. So here is the TMNT cartoon 2-pack for the Rock, Soldier, Infantry, and Crooked Ninja Goon, $54.99. If I wanted to buy it right now, I can get it by Monday, September 12th. Target's shipping always seems to take a little bit longer, it feels, but if you want to get these guys and you don't want to, go to Target and like, well, this one doesn't have it, maybe the other one has it, that one didn't have it, and you just have to keep hunting. If you don't want to hunt, and believe me, I understand, you can get it directly from Target because they still have them in stock at this time. Another thing that they have here from the NECA land is the highly anticipated Usagi Yojimbo figure. So he's $32.99, comes with everything that you see here. They also still have him in stock. You can also get a Stern pinball crate accessory pack or bundle box or a crate, just whatever word you want to use. As far as figures go, you're just going to be getting the shredder here, but every other thing in this box includes like a crane beanie. I think they tell you everything down here. So you get the crane beanie, a unisex t-shirt, a magnet, a keychain, and an exclusive shredder action figure for $50. If you can look at the shredder action figure as being something that's like, I don't know, like 30 bucks or so, maybe even a little bit less, then you can just say, well, maybe $20 for the rest of this stuff. So if you want the t-shirt, the beanie, the magnet and all that, you know, hey, there you go. It's 50 bucks. You can pick that up. This is not usually something that we would show here, but if you are interested, let's take a look at this Hello Kitty 4.5 inch vinyl figures, tricycle and ice cream. This is from Kid Robot. So there you go. That got Kid Robot for some Hello Kitty vinyl action going on. And then we also have another TMNT 3-pack rather, Neutrino 3-pack for 75 bucks. I have no idea who these particular characters are, but I do remember them when they were available for pre-order on NECA's store. But you can get these for $75. And the only thing that is sold out, which I'm happy that I was able to get before they sold out, is the Universal Monsters Cross TMNT Leonardo as the Hunchback. So this is sold out right here online. Maybe it'll come back, maybe it won't. Maybe you can still find it in stores. You might luck out that way. But I am a fan of this line. I thought that the Raphael, Frankenstein's monster, came out really amazingly. So I'm looking forward to this one, Michelangelo's Mummy, and everything that they want to come out with after that. Splinters, Van Helsing, April O'Neil, Bride of Frankenstein, all that good stuff. Last two figures to show here is going to be from Defenders of the Earth Series 2. Here's Lothar. So you get him. I'm not familiar with Defenders of the Earth, so I am not going to be picking these up. And then last but not least, Mandrake the Magician, 30 bucks. It's like they can all ship to you by September the 12th. And that is part of Target Collector. What's it called again? Fall Geek Out from the collector spot. All right, so coming up September 16, we're going to see some stuff from Mattel. Then we're going to get some stuff from Hasbro the week after on September 22nd. And then rounding it out at the end of the month, September the 30th, with exclusive collectibles from Funko. All right. Then October 2nd, continue the excitement with one final drop of exclusive collectibles from top brands. We'll see how that turns out. Now let's take a look at some individual sites before we jump over to Big Bad Toy Store, which is where we show the majority of the figures for this week. Take a look at Four Horsemen in the Mythic Legions. Now, we're kind of late to this, but they do have pre-orders open for the Mythic Legions All-Stars. That's going to end at 11 p.m. today, as you see this, on Sunday, September the 4th. So you can pre-order those from here if you want. All of them are going to cost $385. Otherwise, most are going to cost $37, with the exception of the horse, which is $55. And then you have a pack of heads for $30. So here's a look at all the figures in this All-Stars 5+ wave here. I have yet to pick up any Mythic Legions. I know I tend to say it all the time. Man, these figures, they look so interesting. I just need to get one. I just need to get one. But then I never do it. I need to change that. And I might not even go with Mythic Legions. I might just start with Cosmic Legions, since that's more my style, you know, like the whole space stuff. I love space. All right, so I'm just going to take a look at a couple of these figures. I have no idea how to pronounce this. Okados. Everyone has their own little backstory. I think that's kind of cool. But if I had to just pick which one that I like the most, I kind of like this guy. Kind of reminds me of a very, very fantasy-like, and I love that bird that he has there. And then another one that I would like is, I am a big fan of armor, so I don't, probably this guy, probably Romulus. He's got that black, he's got the gold. I love the black and gold combination. I like white and gold even more, but I think he looks kind of cool with the one armored sleeve and the other one just the bare arm, you know, because he is just so tough. He doesn't care about his left arm because he's right-handed. All right, so that's the Mythic Legions stuff for their All-Stars 5+, which the pre-orders are going to close today. Moving on, SH Figuarts. Now, here is the Frieza in his second form, $90, coming out May of 2023. You can place a pre-order right now, and he looks awesome. This is pricey though. $90 is a lot of money for a figure, but this is Frieza's second form. It is his largest form. I only have a statue of him, kind of in this pose actually, from Ban Presto. But if you want an action figure that's capable of, posing, this is definitely what you're going to want to get. And you can also have this accessory where his tail is cut off. So you can kind of recreate that as well, which I think is really, really awesome. So here are a few more pictures of this. It looks kind of like King Cold in this pose right here, which makes sense. It was his father. But yeah. All these different poses that you can get. You got the tail cut off right there. Some great posability on this guy. I just wish he didn't cost so much. And you get a 4-star Namekian Dragon Ball to go along with them. And if you have these other characters, man, you can have all the Dragon Balls. Some of these that are already out: Krillin, Zarbon, Gohan. There's Frieza's second form, final form Frieza, Dodoria, and then another one that is coming soon. And I don't know who that one will be. I haven't been following this line, so if I say something like, well, it'll be Captain Ginyu, I don't know. There's probably already a Captain Ginyu that's already out. So I don't know. Maybe if you know, let me know in the comments what this coming soon could be. But yeah, these are some great looking figures. If you got the scratch to spare for it. Now, next is going to be for our newly christened, I guess, She-Hulk fans. Now, if you're looking at the show, you love yourself some She-Hulk, now you want to get some She-Hulk figures. Maybe you can start with the Marvel Legends She-Hulk, which I think I did a review on, and she looks amazing. If you're more into statues, I've only been able to find one that's not ridiculously expensive compared to, what the ones that are currently out are, and it's from Kotobukiya. Little bit different than maybe you were expecting from She-Hulk. This is not a new statue, but it is available from GameStop.com. It's pretty much the only place I've been able to find this Kotobukiya Artifacts Premier She-Hulk Limited Edition 8.2 inch statue. So this is a big She-Hulk. I mean, she is just super muscular, so it's not like the show where she's just more kind of like slim fit. This is like Hulk. This is Hulk fit, massive arms, massive legs, massive feet, massive everything, so if you're looking for that particular type of She-Hulk and you don't mind spending $190 to get her, then GameStop is where you want to go. I looked around to see what kind of She-Hulk statues are even available on the market right now, and I really wasn't able to find anything that you can buy just straight up from a retailer and not going through eBay or some other type of third-party site. Guess there's just not a whole lot out there right now. So if you want something from She-Hulk, Marvel Legends is going to be the way to go. If you want a statue, it's this is going to be the way to go. But hey, maybe you like this particular type of She-Hulk. Here's another angle. Take a look. We got some cool gamma green highlights in the hair. Comes with that sort of rock base there. Abs all around. Spandex. Well, I guess some type of spandex. It has to be because it's still holding on by the skin of its teeth. And yeah, freaking She-Hulk. Close up on the nails too. Now, I'm not a nail person. I don't know what you would call the little highlighted tips on the nails, but yeah, manicure on point. Got the matching toes too. Hey, that's attention detail. That's how big she will look in your arms. All right, so there's the She-Hulk. If that's what you want to get, there's my honey pop up telling me about prices and stuff. I need to get rid of that. But anyway, let's move on. Super 7. I just can't quit you, Super 7. As much stuff that I say about how much their figures cost, I'm always coming back. But they got these Bruce Lee Ultimates. All right, so this is the wave 2 of the Bruce Lee Ultimates. We get the Fighter and the Contender, or you can get both the Fighter and the Contender for $110. They're going to be shipping in late summer of 2023. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4 pairs of interchangeable hands, nunchucks. Got Bruce Lee with the classic claw scratches across the chest, face, and abs. So you got that. And then you have the non-bloodied Bruce Lee here for the contender. Still got some nunchucks, still got the same number of hands. They're different hands though. And then, completely different outfit, completely different getup. So you're a big Bruce Lee fan, and you're also a fan of Super 7 and what they do with their figures. Get yourself a couple of Bruce Lees next year. All right, so now we're going to move on to Big Bad Toy Store, see what I've been able to find there. First up is going to be from Storm Collectibles. So this is Kano in the 1/12 scale, exclusive to Big Bad Toy Store. Now, when I first saw this Kano, the first thing that I thought was, because when I think of Kano, I think of the Australian guy with the sort of thinning black hair, kind of a Kano. But I'm old. So this is the Kano that they have, bald Kano, but he's still unmistakably Kano. Still got the, the metal across a portion of the face. You still have that. And he has some accessories that do the character justice. All right, so he's got his knives there. That's not a knife. This is a knife. You got that going on there. Classic Kano kick. You got these effects here. He comes with a heart. He had to come with a heart. I mean, it's probably one of the most infamous fatalities of all time, ripping out your heart. I don't think he gets to bite it, though. He just rips it out. You also have a laser eye effect, which they've done a little bit of enhancing to, but it kind of just looks like a long red piece of plastic that you can stick in his face. But it's cool that they added that little effect just, to make it stand out a little bit more. And he also has some other effects, as you can see, going along Scorpion here. So to be more specific, it's a damage effect. We get a blood effect, a heart, eye laser, pair of knives in movement, regular pair of knives, 3 pairs of hands, 3 head sculpts, and the figure himself, Scorpion figure, not included, because that would be an incredible deal. But this is $79.99 coming out in the first quarter of 2023. Not terribly long to wait, but look at that. You can totally just get that fatality going, and you can use it with whatever figure you want. Maybe one that you wish that you didn't buy, and rip their hearts out instead. So that's our good friend Kano. Huge knives. Now, the pop-up parade brand from Good Smile Company, I think that is a really nice thing that they're doing as far as giving you some really nice looking, I'm saying nice a lot, but I can't think of another way to put it, some true to form figures for not too much money. So we saw what they did with Chun-Li and what they're doing with Cammy, and now here's something from Ace Attorney. So we have here Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney, that is. Now, these are statues. They are not posable, but they are of a decent size, almost 7 inches tall. And this is from, of course, the video game that I played so long ago on the DS, and they were really good games, Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney. And you can also get Miles Edgeworth, kind of like the rival. Okay, so this is the Ash and Gary, if you will, from Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney. And man, hey, you gotta admit, this looks good for something that's only $35 and almost 7 inches tall. Come on. We have done so much worse than something that looks like this. Miles looks great. I really do like what they're doing here, and I'm just super shocked that they even cost $35.99. I saw some companies would probably charge around $50 or more for something like this, but Good Smile Company, hey, good stuff. I'm glad that they're keeping things nice and affordable, and I think these figures look great. You know what else I think that looks great, but it's kind of weird when I saw it? These freaking dinosaurs, dude. Look at this. Dinosaur Battlefield. Okay, they have these 4 different types of warrior dinosaurs. I've never heard of this before, but it was on the front page and it got my attention because there's a lot going on with this. All right. So it was $90. And just look, it's there. I mean, I'll just let you look at the pictures, you know. If the dinosaurs didn't die, perhaps this was the next evolution. Instead of, you know, the Romans and Greeks and all that other stuff with Colosseums and fighting to the death, perhaps it just would have been dinosaurs kind of doing the same thing. So there's the naked dinosaur, but then you get all of this armor and all of these little different accessories. So there's a lot going on, and they even show you how these dinosaurs are made up. So you can see all the different joints and you can see all the different connections that they have here, give you a sense of what the articulation is going to be like. And that's a good amount of detail there on the face as well. And I appreciate that they even took the extra mile to show you that this is what the clamshell packaging looks like. You usually don't get all that. But yeah, this is the orange version of that figure for the warrior recruit. So here's another version of him here, and another version here, and another version here. So this is the green one. So this one looks the most different, I think, out of all of them. Yeah, I mean, they're cool looking dinosaur figures, man. But I do think for something like this, you really are going to need to want it because it's $90 and it may not be a part of anything that you personally collect. So it'll kind of be the odd man out, so to speak. But hey, I just had to give them props because it's different. It is very, very different, and good on them for that. But yeah, they're almost 8 inches tall. And here's everything that they come with, 1/12 scale. Okay, so the last thing that I want to show this week, going back to a very expensive thing to close it out. This, I think, may be the most expensive figure statue in this entire series so far of action figure window shopping. So much so I'm shocked to see it from Square freaking Enix. Masterline Final Fantasy VI 1/6 scale statue, $13,800. $13,800. $13,800. What do you get for your money? $13,800. You are going to get this massive thing that stars Tara Branford riding on some Magitek armor. It is 30 inches tall, more than 2 feet tall, and there's only 600 units made around the world, individually numbered for added authenticity. I need more details, Square Enix. I need more details. Now, this comes out November 2023. We already got 30 inches tall, but also 22 inches wide and 26 inches deep. So we're talking more than 2 feet all the way around. Let's read a little bit of this. Collaborating with Prime One Studio, a leading Japanese statue maker. We've seen things from them before. They're very high quality. So this is Tara Branford, a mysterious girl with magical abilities and Magitek Armor, a weapon fused by fusing magic and machine technology. Her incredible strength and mystical beauty as she marches towards her destiny are fully realized in the fine details of the sculpt and paint. Along with the main body part included, included is an alternate upper body part which allows for a variety of expressions. The distinct form of Magitek Armor has also been faithfully reproduced. The intricate mechanical details and distinctions in luster have been uncompromisingly reflected, giving it a convincing and unquestionable presence as a three-dimensional sculpture. So they are really putting it over big time. And you see we got the Moogles down here. We got a little nameplate right there for Final Fantasy VI. And my goodness, I'm going to click on that just so we can get a nice full-ish screen of it. This, I gotta admit, the Magitek Armor does look amazing. It does. The Magitek Armor I thought was always one of the coolest things that Final Fantasy has ever come up with. It's just $13,800. What's it made out of? For safety reasons, we are planning to use ABS for sword parts or other parts that may be susceptible to damage or may cause injury. This product will be hand painted, so there may be differences between individual products. Weight provided for reference, might be some variances, blah, 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 blah. It's a custom order item, so there's no cancellation policy once the order is placed. Wow. I can't, like, what's the weight on this? I need to know, is the weight on here? I haven't seen the weight, but my goodness. So let me just tell you, for $13,800, and they say like, hey man, we're going to use ABS for safety reasons. We don't want you to hurt yourself. We don't want things to be broken. Like, no. This is $13,800. I don't want no plastic in it. It's $13,800. Don't give me an ABS sword for safety reasons. Let me worry about that. All right. Because if I got $13,800 to spend on this statue, I'm most likely an adult and I'm responsible enough or whatever. No. If I stab myself, I stab myself. OK, chances are my medical bills are going to be more than this statue. So if I can buy this statue, then, hey, I'm fine. OK, at least, America. So no ABS, no plastic, no nothing. In fact, I need you to sharpen it for me. I need this to have lights on it as well. I need a whole lot. OK, it's $13,800. Mind blown. Anyway, that is it this week for Action Figure Window Shopping, episode 44. A lot of really fun figures, I think, that were on display that they showed off. And that's what I like about, action figures and toys and stuff. Like every week, there is something new. There's something exciting. There's something different to explore and to find, even if it's not a brand that you personally know or would buy. Just seeing some of this stuff like those dinosaurs is like, wow, it's good to see different stuff out there other than the things that we typically see in stores. So as usual, I will be back, God willing, next week with another episode of Action Figure Window Shopping. So until then, take care of yourself. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next week.